All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. Big fight night tonight. Gervonta Davis does his thing. Benavidez needs to stay down at 168. Upset for Gary Antoine Russell. Upset in a good way for Kyron Davis. But let's talk about Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin fight. And man, if you do not know why that dude is the guy that sells the tickets, if you don't know it by now, you'll never know it. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the 135-pound division as we just got done witnessing a spectacular knockout by Gervonta Davis over Frank Martin. Some things, man, I got to tell you, though, man, he makes it woo-wee. Frank Martin was fighting, though, man. He was doing his best. Got to give credit to Frank Martin. But, hey, there's levels to this. Now, before I get into it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much. Now, Gervonta Davis stops Frank Martin in round 8 and man, it got to the point in this fight. Well, first of all, the fight started out strong for Frank Martin. I don't have my scorecard in front of me, but I gave Frank Martin the first round. I know that the scorecards for Joe Goossen's scorecard had Frank Martin up winning the first 4 rounds. I thought he was tripping, but whatever, because he had him winning the first 4 rounds. After 7 rounds, Joe Goossen had Frank Martin up a round. Now, I'm going to be very, very interested to see what the actual scorecards were because, man, I completely disagreed with that. I think probably from about the 4th round on, Gervonta Davis started really, really, really laying into Frank Martin with really big, heavy body shots. It was very clear that Frank Martin was very, very, very worried about the right hook of Gervonta Davis the left hook, the wide left hook or the straight left hand of Gervonta, because he kept that hand pinned to his ear like it was glue. However, once Gervonta Davis drained that tank a little bit by having him moving around, because Gervonta kept pressure on him every second of that fight. And Frank Martin wound up, winning some rounds. But once Gervonta Davis really started going to the body and really started doing uppercuts to the body, shots to the body, Frank Martin eventually had to drop them hands because them suckers was hurting him bad. And then he came over the top. And the only way that I could really describe the knockout is beating him like man, just over the top. Boom, boom. Now, the funny thing is that the knockout shots, which were the overhand left I did with my right hand, it was like an overhand left. Like it came like at this angle here, right? That was the same thing that Coach Kenny Ellis was working with Gervonta Davis on in the locker room. So eventually he started throwing that punch that Kenny Ellis and those guys were working on. And Frank Martin just couldn't take it anymore. Matter of fact, Frank Martin seemed like he pretty much didn't want it anymore. I think after the 5th round. In the 6th round, in the 5th round, there was a period of time where Gervonta Davis hit him with something and he just fell back on the ropes and rocked back up. And I was like, okay, yeah, he's really getting broken down. Maybe in the 7th round, I think Frank Martin went to the center of the ring, tried to throw some combinations at Gervonta. Gervonta is stuck in a high guard, waited for the flurry to get done, for him to drain his tank the rest of the way, hit him with some body shots, got him up against the ropes, and just started flailing away on him, connecting very, very heavily. And then Gervonta got an actual knockout, as in Frank Martin hit the deck flat on his back, and they counted to 10, and he did not get up before the count of 10. Wasn't the kind of knockout that he got with Hector Garcia, where Hector Garcia didn't come back out. It wasn't even really, in my opinion, the type of knockout that he got with Ryan Garcia, where he hit Ryan with that body shot and Ryan kind of quit. No, he concussed Frank Martin. He put Frank Martin out. Frank Martin didn't know where he was. He was trying to get up, but Gervonta just separated him from his senses. So, man, spectacular performance for Gervonta Davis. As far as the other fights that went on, David Benavidez beat Vazdik. I'm gonna say his name right. I got the phonics on it now. Vazdik, Alexander Vazdik, in a unanimous decision win that I thought he deserved. But I got to tell you, I don't think David Benavidez belongs at 175 pounds. I think if that's going to be the typical 175 pound fighter that he's going to fight, because his punches really didn't do anything to Vazdik. And Vazdik is a guy that got absolutely ran through by Arthur Beterbiev. So my prediction on a fight between David Benavidez and Arthur Beterbiev remains the same. Stay away. David Benavidez needs to stay away from the WBC world champion with that interim belt that he got, because unless Beterbiev really gets old, I don't think he can hurt Beterbiev, and Beterbiev's power is just, it's bananas. Now, in a fight that I thought was a really good fight, and I had said was the most likely potential upset, Gary Antoine Russell lost Alberto Puello. Alberto Puello fought a smart fight, a good fight. I thought the fight could go either way. I don't have a problem necessarily with Puello getting the decision. I just hope that Gary Antoine Russell gets back in the ring and gets back in the ring soon. Puello, like I said, was an undefeated former WBA world champion, and now he's back, lined up to be the mandatory after next for Devin Haney, in a fight that I'm telling you Devin Haney ain't going to take with that guy. That guy can really, really fight, man. But anyway, great upset did take place, though, that I was happy about. Kyron Davis beat Elijah Garcia. So shout out to, I believe he's from the DMV. So there's a lot of people on the channel that were rocking with Kyron Davis. So congratulations to Kyron Davis by getting that win, getting back in that win column over the 106, I believe he's a 160 pound prospect, Elijah Garcia. Good win. Also, boring fight between, what's my guy's name? Carlos Bronco Adames and Terrell Gaucher. Terrell Gaucher, I thought, put up a good fight, but, he's just not the type of guy that's really going to, really, really, really let, his hands go, in that particular, against anybody, really. But anyway, man, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.